But they are just that. They are options. With so many unknowns about the course of this virus still on the table, we know that school leaders are mulling over multiple things and nothing is set in stone yet.
Memorial Day sort of just caught up on us.
The unofficial start of summer brings with it lots of questions during a global pandemic. School leaders like RPS Superintendent Jason Cameras don't know yet when or how students and teachers can start next school year.
We're really looking at two different options. One would be a virtual opening.
A virtual opening, Cameras says, would include instruction and grading and could start before Labor Day. Option 2, in-person classes, is something Cameras can't see happening before then.
Even with that, there's a chance that we would have to close at some point in the fall or the winter due to a spike in the virus. So even with the in-person option, we are also planning to have a long-term virtual option ready.
Multiple local districts have discussed a potential staggered opening, with different students coming into the building on different days. Still, school buildings create a uniquely difficult environment for social distancing and disinfection guidelines.
I don't know if you've ever hung out around, 8-year-olds or 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds, but they like to hang out together. My preference is that if social distancing was still in effect, we don't bring kids back into classrooms, because I think it would be incredibly difficult to put in place. And how do you enforce it?
Research already shows kids experience learning loss during the summer. Cameras says given the lost instructional time this spring, RPS is planning various ways to catch kids up.
That's all kinds of things from reading intervention, math intervention, all sorts of supports that we want. We're also thinking a lot about social and emotional supports. We know that it's been a tough time for kids.
The state has formed a working group to chart out how exactly schools can safely reopen later this year. Coming up tonight at 6, hear from Superintendent Cameras about just exactly what they need to hear on